Hi, my name's Brandy. I am currently 13 weeks pregnant with my first baby. I am 36 years old, and we had a long fertility journey, and I just thought it was about time to share. I feel like a lot of women nowadays are in the journey that we're in where they can't get pregnant, and there's not answers for why we can't. So I'm just gonna go through and just talk about my experience, and hopefully it helps other women that are going through the same thing that I went through. So like I said, I'm currently 13 weeks pregnant. This was actually our 5th embryo transfer. When we decided we wanted to have kids, it was a big process at first, and I can go into that in another video if other people want that. But let's just kind of start. We went to a clinic and we did IUIs, and they did not take. So then like, well, you guys should try IVF. And so we did a retrieval, and we got, I believe, 6 embryos that time. They give you a grading system. When you hear about people talk about IVF, that's just the surface. It's so in depth. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much that goes to it that we didn't even know that we were getting ourselves into. But yeah, anyways, we got 6 embryos. Their grades were all like B's and C's. We didn't have any A's. But you say there's still good chances of getting pregnant with B's and C's. So at the clinic that we were at first, we did 2 transfers there, and they did not take. I had the doctor straight up tell me, you need a surrogate. You know, you're at that point, I think I only was 33 or 34 years old. But he's like, you will not get pregnant. You need a surrogate. Like, I still have more embryos. Like, I was just like so shocked that those are the words that were coming out of his mouth. So we switched clinics because I wasn't going to take that answer. So we immediately got those embryos transferred to another clinic. And again, that all costs money. You have to pay for each embryo that are your own to be transferred to another clinic. So we got those transferred. And then we went to the other clinic, and this doctor was a little bit more optimistic than our last one. Now there's so much that goes into IVF, and if anybody has questions, I would love to like talk one-on-one on what my journey was with yours. She decided to do more natural with my cycles and everything, and I love the thought of that. We did 2 more transfers with those embryos, and they did not take. So we decided to take a couple months off from it all. So we still had technically 1 more embryo. Now again, that was graded, so that was like the least grade out of all those 6 that so 1 of the 6 was non-conclusive, so technically we had 5. So we had 1 left out of the 5, and it wasn't as good as the other ones. So we took the summer off, and my husband did a ton of research. Now this is where it gets really good. My husband, he's amazing. I'm gonna cry. He's amazing. And he did a ton of research. I might cry. On just how to help me get pregnant. And so there's these vitamins, these supplements out there, and I'll share with you, and I 100% believe they're the reason I'm pregnant today. I'm starting to cry. So we started taking those in July, me and my husband both. And I said, you know what? I really want to do another retrieval and just see if we can get better embryos. And we did another retrieval. We actually got 6 embryos again, but we got 3 of them that were AA embryos. And I was like, how is that even possible? I'm older now than our first retrieval, and we got better quality embryos. And it literally is because of these vitamins. So we decided to do another transfer. I did have to get on birth control for that transfer, just to line up with like insurance and stuff, which I wasn't happy about, but it was only like 5 days to like control my cycle. So we did the transfer with me still being on all of these supplements that my husband got, and it was amazing. This was our little embryo. This was the day of transfer. So they send you home with like a little picture. Then they take you in. So the transfer we had, it was on January 19th. So that's when our transfer was. We got 2 weeks later, they do a blood test. We were home with my husband and our 2 daughters. And I actually was in the bedroom, and the lady called me, and I was very calm this time around. I mean, we've been through this a couple times, and we get the phone call, and it's like, have you looked at your results yet? And And I was like, no, I haven't. And she's all like, well, I'll be the first to congratulate you. And I lost it. She's like, you're not gonna remember anything I'm telling you, but I'm just gonna keep talking. So she was talking to me on the phone. I come out of the bedroom and I just like fall to my knees and like give them thumbs up as I'm bawling. And my husband comes and picks me up and our girls are ecstatic. And so yeah, so that was super exciting. So we found that out 2 weeks later, and then we went in a month later. So now by then it was 4 weeks after the transfer. We went in on February 17th, and there he is right there. And then yesterday, on my 36th birthday, actually, we had another ultrasound. I'm 13 weeks, and that is our baby boy right there with his strong heartbeat. So all you women on this IVF journey, it is hard and it's a roller coaster and there's a lot of tears. And I don't know if you've had the best luck with your clinics and your doctors. I feel like they're very medical based, which they are. They're always telling me, you know, just take your folic acid and put you on aspirin and do all these weird things. And then, like I said, I have an amazing husband that's done all this research. He found these vitamins. So these are what these are. It's heart and soil. Paul Salandino, he's an MD. Look him up, he's amazing. We follow a lot of his stuff. He's the creator of these. So I got the women's stack. It's like their fertility stack. So it has the fire starter in it, the herb package in it, and then it has the bone liver in it. So these are literally just supplements. They're like, I can read you at the back of the bottle. This literally is just grass-fed suit and kidney fat. Like that's all that's in this. And then this one right here, the herb package, you're gonna think we're crazy when I name what's in here, but it's uterus, ovaries, fallopian tubes, liver, and kidney. And then in this one, where is the inside of this one? This one's liver and bone marrow. And then there's a ton of vitamins that are in all of them as well. So I mean, it's a whole list of vitamins from your B's and everything. So this is literally what we started taking. So I took the fertility stack for the women, and then my husband got on the whole package for the men because he took this before we did another embryo retrieval. I mean, because we need his sperm for the embryo. So obviously he did this before the retrieval, the whole package, and then he got on their beef organs. So literally it's just back to the basic nutrition that we're missing in like all of our quality of our foods today. Granted, me and my husband have taken it all to a whole nother level with our diets, and we eat the best quality meats and we cut out the refined sugars, and but it's worked, and I'm here and I'm pregnant, and I just think that we're missing so much of this. Like this was like super simple to do, and I just feel bad that like fertility clinics aren't being like, let's get you on these first. Like let's try these supplements before we try all of these horrific other medications that they keep putting us on and want me to take. Another big one was the folic acid. I know women, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, we're supposed to take folic acid when we're pregnant. We've done like a whole lot of research on that, and you need to take like methampholate, which is like the better version of folate. The folic acid is synthetic, and it's actually so sad. It's in like a ton of our foods, so we're constantly taking it every day, and it can cause a lot of problems with your body and with fertility and with postpartum and stuff. And we're told to take this. It's crazy. But yeah, that's kind of the basics. I just wanted to get across, like, I want IVF women to know about these so much, because I truly believe that this is why I'm pregnant today. And then I kind of thought I wish I would have like shared my whole journey, but it's so hard during the process. But maybe we'll start making some more videos and throughout my pregnancy, like what we're doing to keep me like healthy. We did just meet with, because you're with a fertility clinic first, and then they transfer you to like your OB or your midwife. So I'm trying to find one. I went to one yesterday. Again, some things they say is crazy. Like it's just wild to me. She wants me to be on aspirin for preeclampsia, which is like high blood pressure. She never even asked me. I have low blood pressure. Actually, I have like chronic low blood pressure. We didn't even dive down that, just from when she told me she wanted me to be on aspirin. I was kind of like, okay, like I just sit back and then go home and do my own research. And I think that's the big thing with you, like nowadays, especially with doctors and medicine, like you have to be your own advocate and like do your own research on things. She also told me to stop taking creatine, which people might come at me for that, but I'm still taking creatine. I think it is crucial for my energy, for the baby's energy, for brain development. So that was kind of another thing. We didn't really push back on the midwife when we were talking to her. She just like suggested, and that's what she said. She's like, all these things are just my suggestion. One of the big ones that I'm deep diving in right now is she wants me to get the Tdap shot while I'm pregnant. I need to look more into that. There's a lot of pros and cons to that, I believe. So if anybody has any good research on that, I would love to hear it. So please let me know what you think about getting that. I don't get the flu shot. I don't get the COVID shot, anything like that. So yeah, this is me. I'm 36. I'm pregnant with her first. Oh yeah, and then another thing that she mentioned, which I need to research more, and maybe other people can help me out on this too, is she says that because I have an IVF baby that I need to get induced at 39 weeks. She said I get they put the embryo inside me, and it's like now like a 5-day-old embryo. So I just need to look more into that. I really don't want to be induced. I really want I want to do a whole unmedicated birth. So again, if anybody has any insights to help me out with tips with that, I'm currently reading, I think it's IMA's book. I'm just, got a good support team behind me. But yeah, if there's any other things that people can help me, we're all in this together. So that's why I wanted to share what got me pregnant. But yeah, thanks guys for listening to my story.